Hey, fellow knights, welcome back to another video. I can English, I promise. This is news to me. This is news to me that Robin Williams wasn't Genie in Aladdin 2. Dude, I genuinely thought like he was Genie in all three Aladdin films. And I saw this article, I said, "Ooh, I gotta see this." And the Homer Simpson voice actor was the one to replace Williams in the movie. What? I know that the Homer Simpson character voice actor was Genie in the Kingdom Hearts series, but I didn't know that he was Genie in Aladdin 2. And I even looked on mine, right? Where let's share this tab. Uh, this is on. I'm going to switch this to Google. So now Aladdin 2. Okay. And like, sorry for the slow ass connection. There you go. I don't mean okay. Okay, I see how you're connect. Okay, okay. I think I got it now. So I go with cast, right? And it's Dan Castellantia, who is also the voice, I believe the voice of Genie in in the Kingdom Hearts series. But yeah, you guys see here. It says he's the voice of Genie in here. Actually, the voice of Genie in the Kingdom Hearts games. Yeah, same guy. So yeah, okay, okay, that's right to me. Anyway, anyway, let's actually get into the article. Aladdin is a part of the Disney classic Disney Renaissance from the 90s, hopping on a magic carpet ride when the titular character, viewers are able to indulge in a typical tale from the studios at the time. The film started a trend of famous faces delivering the lines of his crafted characters when Robin Williams in, breathed life into the genie. It entered the phase of making Disney stories interesting for older audiences as well as children, namely through the likes of Genie. The voices were enough to get children giggling. Most adults could appreciate the skill and maturity of certain jokes. An initial positive reception has held up over 30 years later, although it is often perceived as having a problematic aspect. The narrative depicts Aladdin as a young thief who finds a magic lamp and becomes friends with Genie, who is released from its captivity. Together they endure to prevent the evil Jafar from taking over the kingdom while hoping to keep Princess Jasmine safe. Aladdin went on to win two Academy Awards for the Best Original Score and Best Original Score and has retained the high score of 96% in Rotten Tomatoes. In 2019, a live-action remake was developed by Guy Ritchie, starring Rina Mossad, Naomi Scott, and Will Smith as Aladdin, meaning Aladdin, Jasmine, and Genie, respectively. The reception lapped it with middling scores, but did receive a lot of reward nominations. The committed performance may have been the victim of not being able to compete with the already well-established movie. The fans couldn't emphasize, emphasize any envision, I guess, any other way. And Williams was very much part of that reason for that. The enchantment of Disney animation makes it easy to forget that a lot of goes behind the scene. And this just seems like a lot of love right now, so I'm gonna skip to this part. So, to the Robin Williams help we grade for the studio. So most Disney movies will have some kind of merchandise the fans flock to buy. Some toys will come with the character's voice, but what happens when the actor says no to their voice being used? Assumingly, an agreement would be made, but as Williams found out, an agreement doesn't always seal the deal. In 1993, the Los Angeles Times reported that the bitter feud between the actor and the studios, referencing a couple of interviews where Williams laid down his limits. It was pretty clear cut. Disney executive had agreed to Williams' request before choosing to go ahead with using his voice in merchandise anyways. Sources at Disney denied the Oscar-winning actor claims, later sending him a Pablo Picasso painting to make amends. However, this attempt didn't work. Williams didn't think he would work for Disney again. The media was beginning to spin a narrative that depicted him as a grudge-bearing celebrity who received a scale paying $75,000 when the movie domestically grossed $200 million. Although this could off leave some of Williams' fans skeptical about his reasoning for ditching Disney, another Los Angeles Times article gave an update on the situation involving the then studio chief, Joe Roth. Roth put up put a stop to Williams being painted in a bad light, admitting that the star had been exploited. Robin complained that we took advantage of his performance as the genie in the film, exploiting him to promote some other businesses inside the company. We had a specific understanding with Robin that we wouldn't do that. Nevertheless, we did that. We apologized for it. Roth also went on to suggest that Disney could have intervened a lot sooner when Williams was portrayed as being money focused. Wow, okay, so Disney was a hot mess even back then to a certain degree. Not as much as it now as it is now, but still. Um, Roth had known Williams for some time and wasn't able to say that, quote unquote, none of oh, none of these issues are ever about money. They are simply about principle. Roth's apology moved Disney's relationship with Williams forward, who returned to play Genie in Aladdin and the King of Thieves in 1996, my birth year. Unfortunately, it wasn't well received as the original movie. So Homer Simpson voice actor was cast to replace Williams. So this dispute between Williams and Disney went on long enough that the former refused to reprise his role in the direct-to-video sequel entitled Aladdin: The Return of Jafar. The comedy-centric character needed a new voice, which came from Dan Castellaneta. Sorry if I mispronounced his last name. He has appeared in episodes of The Office and Parks and Recreation, but is best known for his voice-over work as Homer Simpson in The Simpsons, for which he has won Emmy Awards. Dan had a 12 act to follow as Genie, as well as playing Omar and a thief. Williams had set a high bar so much so that the character quickly became a favorite for many, surpassing the titular character himself. David C. I'm not going to say his last name because clearly that's so difficult for me. Um, did a great job. Genie was still funny, but still had a warmth of caring relative. However, it was pretty obvious that the voice was different. See, I remember seeing it as a kid, and I don't remember catching on to that. I gotta rewatch that because as an adult, I could potentially hear the difference. Yeah, again, like I said, he also did Genie and Kingdom Hearts, and that's the only time I remember the actor being Genie. So like, I already know what he sounds like as Genie. Maybe he sounded a tad bit closer to Robert Williams, but different, where you can tell the difference. Clearly, I don't know. Back then, I don't know. When work began on Aladdin and the King of Thieves, David was still part of the process. That was until Williams made peace with Disney and became willing to come back to play the role. In the third article from the Los Angeles Times, it was noted that the third of the film was thrown out because the material was changed with Williams back on board. They looked deeper into a narrative, choosing to rewrite some of it. The animation didn't reach the successful heights of Aladdin. Even with Williams' input, still no one was complaining about hearing him back to the form of the blue joyous genie. I'm actually happy that they passing, so that's for sure. Anyways, because Robin Williams, I don't care what you guys say. For me, he will always be the genie. The genie. Um, wait till this part. Maybe it was a natural talent, or perhaps his time of the Juilliard School encouraged his knack for comedy. Either way, anyone who's a fan or even native knows that Williams could ad-lib like no other. His stand-up shows were fast-paced, and he was the catalyst that revolutionized the way sitcoms were filmed. His influence on film and TV didn't stop with Mark and Mindy. In animation, namely Aladdin, Williams translated his understanding of comedy to fit the Disney classic without restricting his ability. Around 27 hours of material came from working in a recording booth, and the creators allowed Williams the space to give everything to the character. Plural because he also played a peddler. Even with the minor character, he gave as much creativity with creativity as with Genie. Uh, and apparently Williams won 5 Grammys, 1 Academy Award, 2 Emmys, and 6 Golden Globes. Nice. Alright, we're almost done. Almost done. So this wasn't the first time Williams captured captured capacity for improv- uh, improvis- improvisation was utilized. Then real life disc jockey Adrian Corner, his rapid humor and fluent as ever, he vocally danced his way through a collection from impressions and voices, all of being an important story into the mainstream. Mrs. Doubtfire hit screens 6 years later. The dual identity role made way for Williams to let loose on the funniest on the funnies, as well as breaking hearts as a stripped back loving father. Daniel then, of course, came Goodwill Hunting. Fledgling artist Ben Affleck and Matt Damon developed the script. The idea that they would be more than willing to make the process collaborative. Who better to collaborate with than Williams? In an interview to Vanity Fair, they disclosed that one of the most famous lines of the film of Williams making, oh sorry, they disclosed that one of the most famous lines from the film was of Williams making near the end of the um, movie when Will left a note for Son to tell him he went to see about a girl. The actor came up with son of a bleep, her bitch, you stole my line. Utter genius that closed his role in the movie. It's no wonder that Disney eventually felt that the need to apologize to Williams after going against his agreed upon wishes. His talent was simply too good to let go. He wasn't just a funny man, even though that's what he's most known for, is he had the grounding to bring heart to any character he played. The magic being the the magic being appeared from a lamp metaphor metamorphosed into a array of lively characters, never losing touch the emotion of the film, and most of that was thanks to Williams. But dude, I never knew that that happened. That he got recasted in Aladdin 2, and that was because of a a temporary feud he had. And like it was under from that, it seems like it was very understandable why he was upset at Disney. Like, wow. I mean, he came back for the third one. Man, I remember the concepts for number two and number three for Aladdin. Of course, like most people probably, I remember the first one the most. But man, now this just makes me want to go back, watch the Aladdin trilogy again, because I haven't sat down and watched the Aladdin trilogy since I was a kid. I think the last time I saw it was these people that used to babysit me. And I was showing these wonderful people. Sadly, they're not here anymore. But was showing these wonderful people who used to babysit me. The Aladdin trilogy. And I think my brother was watching the second one with us. My brother already saw it before, but my brother saw the Aladdin 2 with us. And it was like I don't think I caught that as a kid. I think that just like flew past my head. I think I was like more interested in movie and the songs than how the characters sounded per se. Was for the most part sound the same as they did in the first film, apparently. Anywho, anywho, what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. If you got one other, I'll talk to you fellow nights later.